Hello and welcome back to the Planet Crafter Humble. As we looked at last time, the trek from O2 to Fish is going a little bit slower than the trek to O2 did, but we'll do some boosting as we do some upgrades. And by the way, you're probably noticing this is coming out on an unusual day. We're going to increase the Planet Crafter to 4 or 5 times a week for the next few weeks or so. We'll see how long that takes / lasts, but I'd like to get some more progress going. We went from once a week to twice a week to now 4 or 5 times a week, but that's okay. I do love this game, so I am glad to be here and doing it. We have made some progress. I have brought back all the crap that we looted in the northern areas over the last episode, and it's all in here. I put up some of these big guys, and they have, well, what is it? 7 times... No, wait, that's 8. 7, 8, 10? It's 80 items per, and I think I have this one mostly full and this one still empty. But I did not sort it or organize it at all. It is just a big, jumbled friggin' mess in here. And the concept of that is, well, pending, because we have unlocked something else that I want to take a look at here first before we work on some sort of project for today. So let's go back to the blueprint screen here and see what we unlocked. Well, we unlocked Drone Station, which means we can now make drones, which means we can now get logistics automated, which leads us to the reason why I didn't bother sorting out those containers. We can make the bots do it. Oh yes, we can. And then, let's see. I also unlocked Butterfly Liu at some point in the recent history, so we'll have to take care of that at some point as well. And then once we get that stuff, once we get our rebuild done and we get things going, we'll probably do a little bit of boosting of things, especially the insects, because they're creeping along very slowly now. So, the drone hub, which gives us drones, the drone station rather. We need a fusion energy cell for that, so we'll have to make one of those. An osmium rod, and super alloy rod, and 3 circuit boards. We probably have all that stuff in miscellaneous crap over there, except for the fusion energy cell, of course, and that was made here. We need 3 pulsar quartzes, 2 osmiums, and an obsidian. Gotta hope we have the pulsar quartz. Okay, we do. 3 pulsar quartz, 2 osmium, and an obsidian. The rest of it actually might have some pulsar quartz in the miscellaneous stuff too, but that's okay. I have 1 osmium rod here, super alloy rod. I think there's one in here, but I don't know where it is. If there is one, there's an osmium rod in here too. And the circuits, we can get 1, 2, 3. If I don't see any super alloy rods, which means if I don't miss it, or if I do miss it, then it's fine. Okay, we have lots of pulsar quartzes in here. Good. Good. If I do miss it, it's fine, though. Because I can just make one, and we'll just get it later. Yeah, okay, let's just go make one. We need 1 aluminum and a bunch of super alloy. 8 of it for that. 1 aluminum. 8 of those. We come in here, we press this button, and then we press this button. Then we go build a drone hub. And you can build them anywhere, but I build them outside. I think you can build them inside. Actually, I don't know if you can build them inside, but I'm going to build it outside anyway, because, well, that's where I want it. I'm going to put it on my roof here someplace, maybe up under here. That would be kind of fun to do. And then we're going to move it eventually, of course, once we have things up and running, of course. That's fine, I guess. Okay. And then for this, I guess I should have done it the other way around. We can make Tier 1 drones, which needs rocket engine, circuit boards, and iron. Or we can have the drones, which now we have this new icon on every container. This will supply or demand any particular item, and we can put it down to lowest priority or up to... We still have a 4 and a 5 after highest. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. And then we also have stats on our drone fleet. So at the moment, we don't have anything demanding or supplying. We'll do that as we do our rebuild. And then we need to do all of this stuff here, of course, which is build 1 or more drone station. Check. Craft 1 or more drone. We'll do that. And open inventory to which you want to automatically move items. Click on the cog icon. Choose the type of item to supply or demand. Drones will transport supplied items into inventories demanding those items, and drones won't work if the power is out. So we need to make a bunch of these, and we're going to go see how many we can actually accomplish making based on how many rockets and or circuits we have, which we do have quite a few rockets and quite a few circuits. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25. That's a good start. I have lots and lots of circuits. We could go raid this over here, of course. Let's actually take this iron here first, and these circuits here, and we'll go craft a bunch of them, and then we'll come back for more stuff. Craft a bunch of them. You get the idea. And those automatically go into this storage here, and then we can just keep kind of going with it. Let's see, more circuits, more iron, more circuits, more iron. So I should have put them all the way the heck down here. That might have been smarter. There, and then iron. Actually, let's put a couple of those iron. 1, 2, 3, 4. Better, I guess. One more. And we'll just keep doing it. Should be able to get 25 of them created, though, over time here. Each one of these can hold 25. So while you can have more drones than 25 per drone station, I don't like to, because then they don't have a home. Oh, I do hear a storm. There's no sky change. There it comes now. Okay. Go in here again. I should probably put a door down here one of these years. I won't need it pretty soon, actually. Take those, and then let's load up on circuits here. That looks about even. About. Look at this. Yeah, there's the storm now. It just made the sound before it made the storm colors. Alright, and that gives us 16. Few more. Here. Iron there, some circuits there. Some more iron. Actually, I only need 9 of each now. So put this and that back, and put a bunch of these back. That's all I have for the rockets anyways. So I think that's 9 of each. If it's not, oh well. Fine. And then we can do this once more. And we should be good on these. And then we can actually make them start doing things. But I don't think I'm going to do that until I actually have the new storages built, because making them move stuff around at this point doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. That is completely stopped up, and yeah, we haven't even gotten to that yet. I'm just going to wait on that also until we have more logic here, but I'm suspicious, or I didn't look, but I should have checked. Yes, these will accept items. So I should have 3 of these, 1 for each of the 3 materials we can crush. Oh, there's 4 materials we can crush. We'll have 4 of these that we can crush, and then we'll take, we'll have this supplying out, and then obviously going and flying the items at a fairly high priority to the storages where we can actually use them. So we have 2 choices of things to do today after we did that, which is, 1, we could start building the new base. I did work on a platform out here, so we have a bit of a platform started. We'll probably need more than this, but at least it gives me enough room to put one of the big 3x3s down, or 2 of them actually, one on top of the other, and get started on arranging the construction areas and stuff like that. Or we could go down there and do some exploration. I think I would like to try to divvy up those 2 tasks in this episode a little bit and do a couple of each. So if we're going to do that, then let's pin this and do this part first, maybe. We'll get these items. I can get rid of the other pin for now, because we aren't going to need... Nope, that's not the way you go in, Wally. You're going to need that for a little while. Let's see. Super alloy times 3, so 6. That's 6. Iron times 3, so 6. And titanium, same answer. And then that will take care of the first set here. So I think my plan is going to be to put the crafting on the bottom floor, the storage on the second floor, and then office and living quarters on the third floor. And so let's do this. Okay. But I want to do this somewhat smartly. But I don't remember what smart looks like. I think I want to do this. I might need to do a little bit of guess and check on this here. I think it's something like that. Might need to come forward a little bit more. I think it needs to come forward a little bit more. How can I mark that so I don't have to fiddle with this over and over again? I don't know. Let's go. Are you hitting in that rock? Oh, you are. Well, in that case, we'll go out one more unit here, one more frame. And we'll go like, not there, but come back a little bit. Not there either. I feel like I'm going in between 2-3 spots there. That might be it, though. Can I do something to measure this? Maybe like an outdoor lamp. Wait, why do I have some iron left? Oh, because I have enough for 2 of them. Right. Maybe like an outdoor lamp or something would help me measure this. Grab a magnesium and another iron just so that I have the iron to do the second floor when the time comes. I don't think it grabbed. It didn't. Okay. Thank you, Storm. That didn't accomplish anything. Let's see. Can I measure with this? Is it... No, it doesn't click. What will click in? Beacon click in? Silicon aluminum. What clicks to the grid? An aluminum. Well, storage will click to the grid. Let's just do a little chest. That'll be fine. Right? Storage clicks, right? Yes, storage clicks. Okay, so if I kind of look at this as the center here, because it is, we can go like 1, well, those are really small grid spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, maybe I do it like this. Might be better. Right, so that's basically there. And that basically there. Okay, so it does seem to be that it might be too far forward now. But the other way to check this is to come back here and measure this like this. Means it's on that seam, and basically, and on that seam, basically. And that's the same way it is here. So it is centered. And we can also tell that by this, which would have been the smart way to do it. Well, which I knew I would do eventually. Fine. Here we are. Probably should add some more grid here. Maybe I should even push this over by 1 more. No, it's probably fine. Probably fine. I just won't have an entrance on this side. Or maybe I will, but I'll make it like go around, make the grid go around this here. So I think that's okay. That looks centered to me. It looks centered on that side. Let's go over to this side, because then I don't fall. It is centered there. So that's pretty perfectly centered. As good as you can get it, I think. No, I'm off by 1 meter. Needs to be 1 meter to the left. Dang it. Off by 1. Try that again. Should I move it? No, it doesn't. It doesn't center. Well, that's weird. It doesn't center this way, but it centers the other way? It does. That is bizarre. Okay, well, we're going to rotate it this way then. Why is that? Now, this is probably not going to be centered over here, then. Yeah. Okay. That's no fun. That's off by the same amount, then. Well. Do I want to do something different because of that now? Probably not. No. I've already wasted enough time on it. We need a door, though, which means we need iron, titanium, and silicon for that. I have the iron, and I need the titanium and the silicon. It's dark outside, of course, because that's how my luck works. It gets dark when it's time to do stuff. And then we can put up the second floor, and then we'll have to do... I want to do those indoor stairs, the ones we haven't tried out yet. So that will go there. Although I may move it to the side. I think I'm going to move that one over here, actually, to the side. We'll do another door on the upper floor. Door on the upper floor. This, can I see if that's going to be weird? Yeah, no, it rotated. I didn't want it to. Oh, no. Yep, okay, good. And then these indoor stairs, I want to pin that. We can grab the items for that. And the door, too, sure. So a bunch of iron, see a couple of aluminums I see on the stairs. Iron, 1, 2, 3, a bunch of titanium. And then, silicon. And let me grab some more iron, because I'm going to want to do a little bit of outdoor stair things, if this aligned correctly, which is actually what I should have tested with first. Let's take a look at door here, up there. And then we'll do an outdoor stairs here. Does that align properly? Yes, sort of. But it doesn't come all the way down. It's unfortunate. Well, that's exactly what I wanted. How are you supposed to do that? Ramp it, I guess? The heck? Oh, there it is. Oh, that's a 2x1 ramp. It wasn't what I expected to see there. Those snapped to the door. But then I don't have enough height to get the steps all the way here. So, game, you make things difficult sometimes. Let's see what these indoor stairs look like too, before we get too far ahead of ourselves. Oh, they're a building. Oh. Oh. Well, that's a horse of a different color then. I can see inside of that. I was thinking they were like an add-on thing, but yeah, that's a separate module, basically. That's like a 2x1 too high. Okay, well that makes a difference as far as what I wanted to do with this place. But in that case, let's take that out and put it over here, I think. Turn that way, like that. And that'll connect me up here. In which case, maybe I don't put an entrance on the second floor at all, since it looks stupid. Maybe I put the door right here. But then I'm kind of in this rock. Maybe that's the way to handle this. Maybe I don't even have one of these here. Maybe we just use this as the door. Then maybe I want that to be centered on the foundation, that whatever that it's on. In which case, it needs to be on this one at the closest. But let's push out a bit further then. Not there. Let's go here. And that's centered. And then let's do one of these again. I want to snap it to there, but I want to rotate once. And then again. Actually, I want to check to make sure that those stripes there are that direction. Yes. And then we do this again. And I snap you onto there. Good. Hydration's critical. I guess I should go deal with that. A drink. There we go. And that should be fine, I think. Need a door here, obviously. And then that'll let me, you know, in and out of here kind of thing or whatever. And then up here also. The only thing that I don't like is that, but I think we can fix that with a wall. That. Fine with me. That works for you, that works for me. I'm fine with the one downstairs because that's like a little storage area down here. But the one upstairs was just like, okay, this is how you die in real life kind of thing. So what we're going to do here is we'll have a bunch of crafters down here, auto crafters. A bunch of, where are they at? Yeah, right here, these auto crafters. A bunch of them. And I don't know how many, probably just in rows or whatever. And then we'll have a bunch of storages up here. And then what I will probably do, if it works out okay, and if we need more space too, is do another version of this. Now we're food critical. Do another version of that to the right there, connected on the other side of the stairs. And that will take care of any of that stuff too, I think. But I think this is what I want to do with this layout. We'll put windows in some of this area. But I do want to take a look at... Do I? The only thing that I wish you could do here, aluminum and titanium, is if you could do a second set of stairs kind of just above the first one, but not stacked on top of. Maybe we can. I don't know. But I'm thinking like second to third floor stairs, kind of a setup. Can you do? Yeah, you can't. You can't make them smush into each other, which is unfortunate. I almost saw it there for a second, but it was probably just a little bit of a half of a glitch right there. Yeah, which you should be able to do. I would think based on the heights here, like it would just come in this way. And then we would need that wall there, and then go up from there. But since we're not going to be able to do that, we're going to have to do something different to get to the third floor. Which maybe that's just an indoor ladder, or something else. But that's something for future Wally to deal with, because we don't have the domed and the rounded compartments yet that I want to put up above. And plus, I don't know how much room we're going to need for crafting. So we may not even need another set of this, although I probably will still do another set of it over here on the other side to know how much of the living area up here we're going to want to have. So what we'll do is we'll clear these things, pins. And what we'll do is we'll do a bunch of the auto crafters here, and a bunch of the tier 2 lockers here. We're going to need a whole bunch of osmium rods. That's fine. Put some of this stuff away here. So I have to make a bunch of osmium, or super alloy rods. I saw the osmium and the super alloy rods and spoke the wrong thing. We're going to need a bunch of those, which you should be able to automate. Not that we don't have enough super alloy coming in, but short by super alloy. And not that we don't have a bunch up here still. We can definitely take advantage of. Thank you. The deconstruct options. I did reduce my iron a little bit by working on that grid floor. It was good and fun. Let's go back down and do the crafter. This. And some more aluminum. A couple more aluminum. I think, at least. One more of each. And yes, I have a whole bunch of aluminum upstairs, too. And then we need a bunch of super alloy for the other thing, but this is 6, so we need 12 osmium. Yep. And then we need probably 12 super alloy more. And then 6 circuits, which I can only fit 4 in my pocket. That's fine. This gets me the ability to kind of prove out this concept for now, and then I can work on it. And I'm going to have to do a little bit of planning so that I put similar things near each other, as we've kind of done in the past. So we're going to want to have crafters. That's not crafters, that's storage. Crafters here. And they have obviously a huge range on them, but we need to be careful about that range, because if, for example, I put one over here in this corner, how far can it reach? Can't quite reach to the other far corner. So we'll need to be careful that we, unless there's of course another ring, which I can't see. We need to be careful with how we place them, where we place them, and make sure that the thing that's being crafted is close enough to the storages that it needs to use to craft, so that the we don't have to request using the logistics system. They can just auto collect the items. Of course, we'll have to provide the plants and things, or not the plants, but like the algae, via another method. But we'll do that. That'll be fine. So that'll come over here, and we'll kind of start maybe along this side with the auto crafters, and we'll just think of whatever order they need to be in, which, like I said, I'm going to plan some of that off camera, and then we'll come back into it on camera. But just do these in rows, because we don't need to have them be in some sort of a fancy arrangement. And, you know, there's not that many items to craft. Actually, we can see how many items we have available to craft. There's more coming, but for right now, we can craft 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times 2 plus 1 minus 1 is 20 right now. But like I said, there's more items coming, so we're going to have to think about that as well, because we're going to want to be able to craft whatever number of items there are. I can go and check in one of the other saves and see how many items there are, and we can kind of plan for that. And then kind of doing the same thing, but up here, we'll do this with storages. They're about the same size, actually. Which is kind of a convenient thing as well. And we'll just put in storages also in a row, or in rows, I should say. And we'll just get as many of those fit in here as we can. That was in the wrong spot. Did I mess up the second one there too, or is that one okay? Those are good. So these will just kind of go here, also squished up next to each other. And we'll have to kind of logically arrange these things too. Like maybe we have a whole row of metals, you know, starting with iron, titanium, silicon, whatever, up through aluminum, and then into maybe some of the specialized metals. And then another row here of something else, and a third row of something else. And just see how much it takes to store all the items that we need in the game. Which, there are quite a few. There's still some that we don't have. There are quite a few in total. But we'll figure that out kind of as we go, too. I can make tweaks later, but tweaks are going to be a pain in the neck, I think, because, well, we don't have the or we have to move everything around, and that kind of gets to be painful. So let's put this super alloy just in here. That's fine. Let's get another drink, and I think we can do the rest of the episode as an exploration episode. We don't need to take food with us, I don't think. We don't need to take water with us because there's a beach down there, so we should be okay on that front. But we do need to climb the vine. That takes us down here onto the upper part of the lower biome here that we haven't been to before. Let's see. Over here we have rocks and normal metals. What are these? Are these harvestable or anythingable? It's like no, just decorative. Okay. Even though you can stand on them, so they're like trees or something. This leads down. We were over there before. We should probably look this way too before we head down, just to make sure there's not anything new or surprising. I'm not going to do the drop down thing. We'll go down the way that we're supposed to, quote unquote, go down. There's another vine here though, which gets us up and down, I assume. That one not climbable? It is climbable. Okay. How do we climb down it? Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Go back up. And that's the way to get back up here. Of course, here's our river and that comes out of the caves and the waterfall that takes us down there. There's the vine. Okay. So I think we explored everything that was inside of the caves reasonably. We'll probably do a double check or a secondary in a little while. In a little while meaning several episodes in the future. Still no frogs, but we haven't even gotten through fish yet, so there's not going to be any frogs. We did explore a little bit of this area over here. Just a little bit, though, because we couldn't really see anything. Still pretty fogged up. Okay, that's fine. And, yeah, there's more to do, I'm sure, around here now that we can see what's going on. Okay, and this is a down as well, so we can go down on either side. Up here we have more of these flower plant thingies. Kind of just want to look into the crevices and see what there is. As we can go down there. This is another level, and that keeps on going down there toward the explorable stuff down there. But let's go maybe across this level first. At least until we run out of level to go across. Is this where that vine comes down? No, it's further to the, further over there, I think. Oh, hey. Rare. Oh, so the larvae spawned down here then, huh? A little bit surprised. Yeah, it's over there. A little bit surprised because it said they won't spawn outside, but maybe they do after a certain amount of time, or maybe they just do out here in this biome. Not sure. Okay, so that's basically as far as we could get down without dropping down. It's fine though. Kind of what I intended. Here. Not really much. And kind of a drop down area there. And I try to be systematic about it as always. Because you can easily miss things. Here we have... Kind of surprised there's not any special metals to find down here. Looks like something we could cross. Go here, and then we kind of run into another dead end of sorts. Back across there. Look at me not rushing right to the explorables. That almost looks like a way up and down, but also there's a bit of a fall off here, so we won't do that just yet. So then, go this way. We did that. We could look around up here. But again, probably not much of anything. And I almost fell. And then we can really get down into this area. Ooh. Because we were going to come down this way anyway. So we'll go this way. These have like something glowing in them. Open sesame. Pesca seed. And you've got a chip, and you have a report here? No? What is glowing? Makes me think there's some kind of osmium around here, but I can't click on anything. Okay. Same. Another Tuska. But a storage this time. And I can deconstruct it. It was empty, though. It's a jerk. Where's the light coming from? The bed? Clear. But that's all that I can do in that one. Next. There's storage in here. Got a Pestera seed. You've got stuff in you, though. That was a jerk that one was empty. Jerk move. Here. And no seed. I almost keep expecting that to be fabric that we can pick up, but of course it's not pick upable. Even though it's laying there on the ground. It should be. And also these pods are not deconstructible. But I did notice they have air vents in them. Where's my air vents? Also, we should look behind these. Yeah, see all those lights shining through. And it got dark again, of course. Oh, I'm full. Okay. Let's just put the truck down. Not there, but here. Put it down backwards, of course. We have all the things. So the big ones are empty, and the little ones have crap in them. Okay? And you've got a Tuska seed. Alright, well. It is what it is. Beggars can't be choosers, I guess. And dump that off, and then we can go inside of here. Give me another one of those similar types of domes that we've seen before. No, this one's a little bit different. We can deconstruct tier 3 heaters and some wreckage, and we have storage with another, what we call it in it. Whatever that thing was called that I literally looked at and didn't read. Rocket engine, that's what it is. Don't really need to deconstruct the doors, but also, why the heck not? Okay, we're full again. Take long. You can have all the things, but of course, all the things mean not all the things. I should probably have brought a teleporter, but I'd left, by the way, my teleporter out where we could explode the that wall and explore that other thing, which I just forgot about, or I totally forgot about until just now. We really need all this iron. I don't know. But that takes care of this little area here, I think, unless there's anything behind here again. I have over here something to fall down into. Okay. We can proceed on downward because we already looked over at that on that height over there. Here's what looked like a dock from above, but it's actually not a dock. It looks like somebody built a little too low. It got flooded out, which I was afraid we were going to do at our build location, our current build location, but the water never came up that high. It's good. Okay, this is a passage into the area where the where that other big ship is. So we'll save that for now, I think. Can I like see anything up here? Or is this just here to torment me? A ladder. So we'll stay out here maybe, although if we go this way far enough, as you can see, it will lead us into that as well, but I'm not going to go out that far / deep, I don't think. Probably, speaking of deep, get a drink. Let's see. Maybe I will go out that far / deep. There's a box right there. Shiny object. And of course, that's the way to the other ship again. We will save again. But this seems like a natural line here to look through. And I see what's underwater. Of course, now we are spending our oxygen. But all we gotta do is bob ourselves back up to the surface, and magically, can breathe again. Just like in real life. Sometimes they like to hide chests around these larger rock formations, especially the, in this case, the green chests, but of course, on the other planet, the golden chest. There's that build that's out in the water there. Go and take a look at in a little bit. We should probably wait and explore some of the underwatery bits later. Coral Reef has nothing, which kind of surprises me a little bit, but also not, because not really anything else around here. Although there is some metal and stuff here on this island, but there's a chest there too. Give me all that, and I guess we'll go back to the vines and climb our way back up. There someplace. Oh, I see I gotta do a double vine climb. That's what it is. We'll climb our way back up and put this stuff in our massive storage boxes that are for later. Clean out. Later clean out. I gotta do a triple vine climb. Okay. Here we go. Probably grab one of those half foods that are in these storages someplace. Do that, I guess. Since they're not organized at all, just stuff it in there. One. Stuff it in, stuff it in. There we go. Should I make another teleporter so I don't have to come back that way again? Could. Should I make another rod, though? Be fine. Let's see, super alloy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. Construct that. There. Aluminum. There's one right here, right? Yes, got it. And the rest of the stuff I can get down here. Zeolite. Obsidian. Osmium. And wherever I saw those pulsar quartzes. One there. There they are. That way I can have a teleporter too. Why not? Why not? Down. Is there another vine here someplace? Oh, this one? Okay. Oh, I see. Yep. That one. Ouch. The knees that go crunch. Okay. We kind of zipped back here, but I'll save that for a moment. Let's see. Nothing under the waterfall. Anything behind the waterfall? I almost forgot to check behind the waterfall. Or caves and things. Oh, there's a green chest. Gotcha. See? Sneaky. We should check at the different levels of the waterfall, too. Back up the vines. This one? Nope, one more up, I think. Yeah. Kind of just tumble down the waterfall, maybe? In a way. Mm-hmm. Ouch. Okay, how did I manage to fall there? I had my jetpack on. Okay, now we're going to have to go back up, back to base. But I can do that. Hello, bug. Base. And this time I will get a golden snack here. You, I think? Yeah. That back up again. Ooh! Serena butterfly larva. Those are zone specific. You'll only find certain ones in certain zones. Depending on what zone it is and where they're findable. So we'll have to kind of review the zones and see which ones we can find and which zones too. At some point along the way. But they're all underground, so, except for this one, apparently. So, yeah. Actually, you know what? That's not entirely a true statement. Because I saw some of the regular larvae just outside of the Iridium Cave area. But it could have just been because it was just outside. We'll check this little coral reef here. Anything else? And then we can go inside this ruin here. And it's actually a big one. Ooh, they got pillars. I want pillars. This crap. Me pillars. Got these fancy ramps? Where's my fancy ramps? Works. Storage crate. Got it. We got different kinds of computers. I don't got those. And there goes my stuff. Exploding to the ceiling. Logical. I love that. You teleport out. Underwater. See? This one? And back in, underwater. Alright, you guys, I'll take your stuff. Fun. I'll leave the teleporter there for right now. Ooh, another suit locker. Take those. Oh, I can't deconstruct that. Right. But that's empty. Okay, that's suspicious now. They got little bathroom sinks? My little bathroom sinks. Actually, they did add some QOL stuff, so maybe I can make those at some point. Bunk beds and things. Toilet. Those are narrow servers. Okay. And we can go upstairs here. You have stuff. And you're buried underneath the beds there. Been hiding from something. Oh, and there's a message. Offline. That's helpful. Okay, upstairs. Please do anything. We'll watch my oxygen too, because we have to go back to the teleporter before too long. I can use the couches, but I can't deconstruct the couches. Okay. That's a way upstairs. Back to the teleporter, though. Teleporter. Might as well dump the stuff off while I'm here. Getting full now. Time for the next one. I'll move it upstairs at some point. We get out of the underwater parts here. All these chairs lined up in neat rows. What's the way to the staircase? This. Ooh. Space food. Seeds and more space food. I think we can actually make one of those kitchens or something very similar to that. Actually, I know we can make it, but I think it looks like that. Upstairs again. Gets us out. And they've got more of these paths that I want. How about you? Doing okay on space here? I'm gonna need to go back and get the teleporter again. Okay, just drop down this way. Back through. Storage is over here, Wally. And now I'll take this down. I'm going to go back out this way. Have a little peek around this coral reef. Go back upstairs to the top level, that is. And see if there's anything else up there we want to pick up. Which there was. A couple of solar panels. Other than that. Yeah, they got little vents. I want little vents. I don't know what that is, though. Interesting. Let's see. Make sure there's nothing else stashed around here. Nothing that I see. Alright. Pop back out of here. That leads over this way. Back up to where we were up here. And I think that also is a good place to stop for today. So, I'll clean this thing out. Mess of the truck. Using the teleporter and hoofing it. And then we will pick up where we kind of left off here. We've done just this little bit, basically, of this area down here so far. Let's have a lot more to explore over there and over here. We can do either one of those. And we can also go back up here to the top edge of the map, where we found the explodey open cave somewhere up there. I don't know which one of these little alcoves it is. And open that up at some point too. Plus, of course, building the new base. So I'm going to do some planning on the new base, and we'll come back in the next episode and take a look at that some more. But for now, we'll leave this here, and I will see you all again in the next one. Bye for now.